Hello everyone. This is an introduction video to give you a quick summary of my new series of tutorial videos I've been recording over the last several months. I'm calling it the Core Systems tutorial. It covers how to build a basic but fully functional inventory system to include an item database that's used to generate items that can be placed into the game world, an interaction system to let you pick up the items, and then obviously the inventory to let you, view them and manage them, such as dropping them back into the game world and stuff like that. So those are what I consider to be three core systems for many types of games: items, interaction, and inventory. This is the first time I've decided to try a much longer form of tutorial where I've taken my time, done minimal editing, and talked through building every piece of these systems, including all the user interface design with the UMG system, all the graphical elements of the widgets and stuff like that. I've worked as a programmer in my day job for about 6 years now and been working with Unreal Engine in my spare time for about 3. So there's a lot of tidbits of C++ programming knowledge and my philosophy as a programmer thrown in as well. I don't have any kind of fancy recording setup. I don't put in music or anything flashy into these videos. It's just me talking and showing how to code and how to build stuff in Unreal Engine. So I guess that's just to say these tutorials definitely won't be for everyone, but if they are for you, you're going to know. So what do I mean by that? First and foremost, I would say this series is for people who prefer a much slower paced but much more thorough tutorial. If you decide to follow along with the entire series, it will definitely be a time investment, but I promise you will learn from it and have the beginnings of a functional game prototype that you can expand on. It's for people who are relatively new to Unreal Engine C++ and want more familiarity with how to go about using it to build game mechanics. And it's for people like me who prefer to use as much C++ as possible over Blueprint. So there's actually not a single Blueprint used in this entire series. There's about 8.5 hours of footage in total at the time that I'm recording this. And that's just how long it took to get to the three core systems, get them up and running and fully working. I still plan on recording a few additional videos to expand on some more advanced functionality, such as containers that you can store items in and take things out and drag them back and forth between the player and the container, and then some more user interface functionality for the inventory. The last thing I want to mention is that I use the Writer IDE from JetBrains. So there's a few things I do in the videos that are specific to that IDE, but it's mostly just convenience stuff. For example, there's a lot of code generation features in Writer that make things quicker for you. So generating function declarations rather than having to type them yourself and stuff like that. But you could absolutely follow along in Visual Studio without any issues at all. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and check it out. And as always, feel free to ask questions in the comments or leave some feedback if you'd like.